Welcome back, team, to the Flow Zone channel. Sorry, I've been away. I took an extended period after Christmas and the holiday season. You would have seen if you follow me on Twitter, I started trading the last few weeks. And it's been going really well. I think I've had one very small red day, up very nice on the year already. We've had quite a nice market, very range bound, but it's given really good size within that range. Lots of points that you can cover if you're trading the edges. If you understand what you're doing right now, the market is kind to you. So anyway, right now, my course is launched. So if you want to learn the setups I'm going to teach you today, you can get $200 off right now. The link is in the description. Learn how to trade, start making that money. And also Apex, as you will see right here, has a 71% sale on right now. So if you want to start trading futures, now is the time to do it. But let's get into the charts, do a quick recap, show you where I made my money today. So as you will see here, we are in a 2-minute chart right here, and I am on regular trading hours, okay? Regular trading hours, so I want to see the gaps that are shown. So this orange block right here is the close on Friday. Why not Monday? Because we had Martin Luther King Day for the stock market. All the new stock exchanges were closed. The futures were open, but I want to be very aware where real volume was traded. That means yesterday for me, junk day, not interested. I didn't trade it. If you did, that's fine. That's completely up to you, but I am interested when people are participating. So I'm interested in this close from Friday. I've also marked out this blue zone here. So what is this blue zone? This is where, if we do a pattern, all right, we did this trap high, we started trending lower, and then we did the manipulation point here for this little W move, and then curl and hold, and then we've started trading up from it. So we have this old range here, which kind of can be retested, can't it? This whole range can be retested. And if we zoom back even further, you will see it was a very clear point about a week or so ago, right in here. Okay, so we know this is an old range, and I've also marked out with these red lines potential sell side liquidity. So this is where buyers stops are. So if we are really going to get heavy today, these are areas that I want to be very aware of. So let's just zoom in and see what we got at the 9:30 opening print, because that's really what I'm interested in, and that's what dictated my whole setup today. So opening candle coming up there. Massive gap down, okay? Absolutely huge gap down. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark that opening high, okay? That is a key level for me now. I'm very interested in that opening high. We've gapped down, which means all the volume in here is trapped, and that volume is very light. So if we can start to get through this high, we will absolutely chomp and rip through that volume, and I will be looking for a sell into that close from Friday. All right, higher time frame analysis. I'm thinking about previous day closes, weekly closes. That's what the Friday level is. So starting to push down. Let's see what we do. Not interested in the first few minutes. Starting to get very heavy here. Okay, and you also know, if you were watching, that the VIX gapped up, so it was likely to pull back a little bit at some point. So I'm watching the VIX at the same time. Here we go. Underneath that level of demand, always interested in that 10 o'clock area, okay, into the hourly candle. That's why I like the hourly candles. So now instantly there is an unwillingness to move lower here. So I'm going to mark out this level right here, because if we're going to get a break of structure, it's going to have to be beneath that level. And then I know we've got potential trend continuation. Green line is VWAP, all right? If we start pivoting above VWAP, above this candle here, all right, which is effectively a bearish order block, then I know we have potential room to start squeezing higher. So also going to be very interested in any fib that we start to get. There's the push higher, okay, and now I'm going to start to mark out from this low to this high my fib. I am interested now in a pullback into and around this order block, into 50%, ideally even lower for that move. I'm also very aware of this potential block here, even on a lower time frame, and of course the opening print high. So let's see what happens. We get that pullback in. Okay, I'm starting to participate now because we have come right into 50%, exactly 50%. All right, so I'm interested. It's getting soaked. I can see buyers are participating there, and now what we have is the creation of a flag. Okay, this flag is starting to be built, and I'm starting to feel very confident that we're going to start to pivot over it. If we just think about this in terms of structure, we've come down, this is a W, and I'm going to look for this move higher, all right? Keeping it very simple. All right, so adding into my winner here, looking if it can trap more. Really would like a pullback. Here we go into that pivot block. And we're starting to expand higher. So what's my first target? My first target is that print high, okay? That opening print high, the red line that we have there. Nice and simple. There is my first target. So selling one into that, two left. Now we're going to go for that gap fill. That's what we're interested in. That's what we're looking for. I'm just going to delete that because it's a lower time frame block that we flipped. So I'm looking for sales into and around this orange mark. I know supply is up there, so I need to be very, very careful here. So expansive move up, getting close. There is the retest. Notice the red line. That's the retest of the opening print high. So I need to see us soak off this, which we do. We have now also created an initial balance high. All right, that's the green line, and the red is down here. So this is our range for the day. If we cannot get above this initial balance high and start to trade well above it with trend, then we are going to be in big, big trouble, right? That's why it's important to lock in profits. Stick to the process. Stick to the process that I teach. So looking for that print, there we go. Selling straight away into that. I do not need to hold a runner here. I can re-add if and when I'm interested. But right now, off those 3 contracts, notice I didn't use 15 contracts like some of these traders out here. 3 contracts, very, very simple, no drawdown, adding into a winner, selling into my target. Now I want you to notice what happens here. We are failing to print higher, and we are starting to do what? We are building liquidity here, potentially here. So if we use this liquidity, we are going to roll right back down into areas of support. All right, that's what we're going to do. That's how the market works, and you will see it start to occur here. We are printing flat tops high exactly on the level which I marked out before on Friday close. Notice this head and shoulder starting to form, and it will happen quick because buyers are coming in late looking for the squeeze, but the squeeze happened from down here. That's why you've got to understand the market. And look at that. Instant flush, all right? So if you bought up here, you got stopped out, and this can now soak up and do whatever it wants. But that's why taking profit at the levels where you know you need to take profit is key. Now we're going to build new trend, potentially for new breakdown moments. And we're going to be stuck between this range. We always teach from IB low to VWAP, from VWAP to IB high, from IB high back to VWAP, and potentially from here either back to IB high or back to the IB low. That's all you need to think about when you are trading these setups, okay? And as you can see right now, it's still trading lower, okay? We got retest of IB high and all the way back down. Trading in the edges between ranges. So if you want to learn how I saw this setup so you can do it without anybody holding your hand, so you can start to make consistent money following a process, hit the link for the Flow Zone Trader course right now. I promise you it will really help you understand the market, liquidity, and algos. Until next time, I hope you had a great day. Trade safe.